Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Hello, hello. How are you guys? Okay, we are back. Sorry, guys, for the delay, but looks like the software had some updates and I had to fix it. Took me some time, but I am back. I am very good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Charts too bright. I think charts are good. I found some good colors. Charts too bright, I think. So we're gonna start as always doing some analysis from the first pair to the last one. Is it okay now? Okay, let me check. Okay guys, is it okay now? I think it is okay. Okay, I think only one person is having the problem of repeating because from what I see, it sounds okay. I don't see any problem right now. Okay guys, I just made another test and looks like everything is okay. I added this chat on the left. I don't know if it does, it looks bad or not. What do you guys say? Should I remove this chat on the left or not? I think it's a cool update. Why removing? We don't have anything here on the left, so we're gonna base our trade on recent charts. Looking all the way back down on the left, I don't think it's gonna cost us any, it's gonna make any problems. I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Have to wait and see. Okay, so we are back. Let's see what we have. Euro USD. First of all, what do? We start to draw zones, right? And where do we draw our zones? Where most of the candles are rejecting. So at this point, we can see some rejections from this level. And we can see that price respected this level a few times. Okay, for those who didn't know, I was on vacation. I took some time off, I was on vacation, and now I'm back, and we're gonna continue as always. There was no problem, just was my time of the year to go on vacation. Sorry I didn't let you know guys before, but I did after one day. I did tell you what I was going to do. So, as I was saying, Euro USD is rejecting this level. We had a few times rejections here, and price did respect this. You can see how price closed below here, made a retest, went all the way down. Another tried to break up, went all the way down. Second time, another time here, broke above. You can see how it made the retest, went all the way up. Now we're having another rejection. So what are the options here for us? What I would say is, for me, the best would be to wait for price to break below, then a retest to continue down. That's what I would look for here. Other than that, maybe if we create a new high here and a retest, continuation to the upside would make sense too. But which one would be a better setup? I think a better setup would be if price closes below the support, because we have a good zone, we have a lot of rejections, and we can be more comfortable if we take this trade at this level. But taking a trade at this level, I wouldn't feel very comfortable, because we only have a rejection here, and the trade that we can take here would just be based on price rejecting from support, making a new high above this last high, previous high, and a retest to continue up. So the point is, whenever you have a rejection and you have this big bearish candle, price coming at support, and now price coming all the way up, going above the previous candle, it just tells you that the momentum is pretty strong and you can expect continuation. So it's not a classic break and retest. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna wait. Because for now there's no trade until the next hour maybe. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. So let's continue to Euro JPY. So the first thing you can see on Euro JPY is that you have a zone, right? It's so obvious. We have plenty of rejection at this point. A lot of break and retest that happened here before, so you can immediately see the zone. See how price got rejected a few times here, another time here, and then it broke up. Price closed above, made a retest here, continuation to the upside. After that, we had a huge drop yesterday. Now price came again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 6 or 7 rejections from the same level. What if price closes above, then a retest to continue and fill this range? That would be a pretty good setup, I think. And we can use a stop loss, a very small stop loss here. Let's say if price breaks above, we're gonna have, let's see how many pips stop loss. Very small from what I see. So this would be only 7 pips stop loss, and we would have a 30 pip range to fill to the upside. So we're gonna wait for EJ to break above. What's wrong with the stream? I don't know, it says that it has excellent connection here. Okay, give me a second. Okay, guys, I don't know what's the reason of this. Like I said before, there was some updates. I don't know what's the reason. It seems everything is good here on YouTube. There's no sign of anything. So let's see. If it does again, we'll see what I can do. But for now, I don't see if I can do anything. So let's just continue. If it does stops, yeah, just a smaller refresh. I hope it's all okay then. Okay, so like we said about EJ, yeah, I think it's happening again. I don't know the reason. Maybe the low latency. I choose the low latency, so the delay is very small right now. And like I said before, it can cause some problems. I don't know if that's the reason or not, but I don't want that to happen because you get bored from that. I don't know what should I do. Yeah, YouTube might have some problems. And I saw some changes on YouTube. I don't know why they happened, but now going live is not the same. Okay, let's get back on charts. Can't do anything right now. It's gonna continue like this. So, like I said for EJ, sorry. Gonna wait for this. Once it breaks above, a retest and continuation to the upside. EA. Okay, so EA is rejecting support first of all, so the safest trade right here would be if we break below this support. So once it breaks below, a retest to continue down. I'm gonna go through all the charts just fast, just to see if we do have any current setup, because we might miss one while we're watching other pairs. Just gonna go through them a little faster. EN, there's no trade here. GJ has this small consolidation box that needs to break. If it does break below or above this, we might have a very nice setup here. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Okay, GCAD reaching this support here. GCAD made pretty big reverse on a daily. That's like 300 pips move. Why? Because it just hit this major resistance. When you want to see if a zone is major or minor zone, just look how many pips it got rejected every time it came there. See, every time it touched this, almost 500 pips drop. Second one, 400 pips drop. Third one, 800 pips drop. Now this one is 300 pips drop. Now, when this level gets broken, you see, we're gonna have a major move to the upside. But for now, looks like it's making a retrace on the daily. We might continue from here. It's a pretty strong support. Maybe it can drop a little further down, but after that, if it does continue up, closes above, then a retest, we have a very nice range to fill here on GCAD based on the daily. So let's wait and see. For now, there's no trade on GCAD. EuroCAD did pretty much the same thing, because CAD gained some strength in the last days. Okay, so for now, EJ has some potential to break above, and GJ can do the same. So I think the best would be GJ, because it's been consolidating for a few hours in this range, and once it breaks, it might give us a very nice setup. And you know that on GJ we can expect some good moves here. Can give us 20-30 pips in no time. So let's wait and see. Okay, so we're gonna wait and see what happens here. If you guys have any charts, any questions, feel free to send them on the chat and I'll take a look. Send chart, guys. Yeah, so we're just gonna wait for GJ to break above or below. It's gonna take some time maybe, but once it does, we'll have a very nice move to the upside. Let's see where the next zone is. So the next zone is this one here. I see a lot of rejection at this next zone. See, we had a lot of rejections. We had a breakout, we had a retest, continuation, then we had a few rejections too. Price closed above, made a retest, continuation. The same thing happened here. Made a break below, a retest, continuation. Now we're having this consolidation here on this range. If price breaks below, the next target is this next support, which is how many pips? We have a 25 pips range. If price breaks above this, we have a very nice range to fill to the upside, which is also a 25 pip range. So let's wait and see. Whenever which way it breaks, it doesn't matter, we can take it on both ways. So let's wait and see. It's gonna be pretty good setup. But GJ is still waiting. There's no big movement right now yet, so gonna have to wait and see. We have clean range to fill on both sides. Just wait for it. EJ broke resistance. There's no break until it closes, because on the last minutes it can go all the way down. So there's no breakout yet. Until you see the candle closed, that's when you have the breakout. Guys, if you are new here, take some time to look at the previous live streams. I would appreciate that. Just take some time because you have a lot of questions answered there. Aussie Japanese yen. Waiting for a breakout. It looks good. Not bad. It looks good. If it does close above, you might have a nice trade there. When you draw zones, just make sure you draw them where candles are closed. And experience will make you better. Doing it every day. Every time you get something wrong, do some journaling, do some analysis. Why did you get stopped? Why did you not draw your zones good? It all comes with good experience. I can tell you how to draw zones, and you see me every day doing that. So learn something from it. Like I said, there's nothing special here. You see, all these candles are rejecting the same level. They're all closing below this level. That means you have resistance. So once you close above, that's a confirmation for you that price is going to continue up. But what do? We wait for a retest for that continuation so we can get a better entry and we can use a smaller stop loss. GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD looks good too. Yeah, also it's rejecting this support here, so it makes sense. Like as you can see, it's rejecting the zone, but also it's rejecting the zone, so it's in between these two zones. If price goes all the way up, closes above, goes above this previous candle, makes a retest and continuation, we might have a very nice trade. So it looks like we have some nice setups coming up. Just a matter of time. I'm not going to trade GA. I don't feel comfortable. GA is not a good pair for me. I wouldn't take GA. But from what I see, it needs to break below this. I mean, see, we have a rejection here, so it's pretty much the same area. There's not much traffic on the left here on GA, but I don't know. GA is too volatile. When it makes the retests, it doesn't stop with only 20 pips. It makes some deep retest and it can stop you up then move in your way again. I think GA is the safest setup for now. When I ignore minor zones is because they're not going to make a problem. Some minor zones can cause problems, some cannot cause any problems. It just depends how strong the level is to make you think that it's going to cause you problems during the way. Looks like NZD/USD already got rejected. If it does come lower, I don't know if I would take it because I could say it's making a second retest. You can see how it got rejected. It didn't make the perfect retest. It came close to it, but it got rejected, and that's more than 10 pips rejection. But another thing that you don't see is that you are at resistance. So don't ignore this. You might get rejected from this and continue all the way down. So if price coming for a retest from another zone, this has high chances of fake out. High chances of being a fake out at this setup. If we didn't have any zone on the left here, I would be very, very comfortable taking down the retest. But on this case, look at how many rejections he had here. This can send price all the way down. So it's a higher risk setup here. You have to look on the left always. Let's see. GJ is gaining some strength now. It's pushing up. If it does close above, we have only 7 minutes left. The worst thing is price closing very closely at resistance, and then next hour pushing all the way up, giving us no retest. That's the worst thing here. Thank you, thank you. I had a great holiday. Now I came back to my country and here it's raining a lot. Total different weather here. Let's see, come on GJ. We have another 6 minutes. Let's see if we can break this and give us a nice trade. It can be quick and easy. For holidays, I was on Albania. Albania has some great places. Search on Google, Albania. Okay, so looks like we're gonna have a break on EJ. Let's wait and see. EJ looks secure, clean breakout. I rather take GJ, but looks like GJ is not gonna close above, at least not now. We have still 4 minutes left, but I don't know if it's gonna make a 10 pip move in 4 minutes. But still don't know, anything can happen. Let's see. But EJ looks for sure a breakout, and EU looks good too. Let's see if we're gonna get the setup that we talked about. Then I'm gonna decide which one to take it, EJ or Euro USD. I think I'd rather take EJ. EU, there are a lot of times when EU does fake outs. It's more known. Okay, USD, Swiss franc. Okay, so breakdown, then wait for retest for continuation. So the only thing here that I see that I would do different is that this yellow line, I would put this below these candles. Look at where these candles are closed, below this. So if price closes here, that makes a retest, that would mean that it's a rejection. So you need to close below this, then a retest to continue down to this next zone. See, wait for this candle to break below where these previous candles are closed. That would be safer for you, I think. Wow, EJ is pushing. I hope it doesn't go too far away because we might miss the move, but looks like GJ might give us a trade. It's gonna be a small breakout, weak break. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna break. Gonna have to look for EJ. Hope we get a retest here. Okay, perfect. We have a breakout. Only need a retest. I hope it doesn't go without a retest. Let me see GJ. My god, GJ closed just above resistance. And now it's gonna be this is very tricky situation, just like I expected. I knew this was gonna happen, and this is the worst thing. Just closing a week and then next candle push all the way up. See, now it's already making the move. Well, it's only 5 pips, but in no time you're gonna see this candle all the way up here. And it looks like we're not getting a retest at all. Okay, so thinking about taking EU buys here. Okay, so I'm going to take some buys on Euro USD and then I'm going to explain I'm gonna explain the reason behind it. See how many pips I can use here. 13, not even 13. I'm gonna use 10 pips stop loss. 10 pip stop loss. Buys on Euro USD. Give me a second and I'll explain it. Why did I take this? I explained it earlier, but gonna give it another explanation here. It's not a classic break and retest. This is just continuation from a retest. So, like I said before, first we had this support. We had a few rejections, created good support, price broke above, made a retest, continuation. Came for another retest, and it seems like it was a 4-hour retest. Price got rejected from support all the way up. Made a new high above the previous high here. Closed above. I think this is a small pullback for continuation to the upside. This is just a continuation trade. Stop loss is only 10 pips. There's no need for more because if price comes all the way down here, it's possibly going to be a fake out. But we had a very strong candle close and a strong push to the upside. Momentum is good. All we need now is continuation to the upside, and I'm expecting this to make a new high to give us at least 10 easy pips here. So let's wait and see. David, no, I don't look at 2-hour chart. I think I don't need it. I'm used to 1 hour and 4 hour. I don't use lower than 1 hour at all. So let's wait and see what can we get here. I'm gonna target first 10 pips, then another 10, 20 pips. This looks like the next resistance, and it looks pretty easy. That's gonna continue up. The extended target is all the way up to fill up the range, which might take some time. But this next resistance here is the next target for us. 50% can be closed at 1 to 1 risk reward. Then you can hold some for more to another next 10 pips maybe. Okay, so guys, looks like YouTube is good now, right? I don't see any problems right now. Looks like only in the first minutes there was some small problems, but now looks all good. I don't see any trouble at all. Now let's wait and see. Let's wait and see now. It's a matter of time to find out what's gonna happen. Okay. Look at what happened with GJ. Man, this is so just like I expected. Only closed a little above next candle all the way up 20 pip push in 10 minutes. Andy, too many pips is still trading, but he's not on social media. We talk, we talk a lot with each other. I'm still in contact with him. Yeah, man, GJ. We just need a small break above. I mean, it's just not fair. It did close above, but I mean, it had to give us a stronger confirmation. EJ, no retest. Went all the way up also. Only made a small pullback, but this was not enough for us. Now let's see what EU is gonna do. We ended up with the worst pair. It's not the worst, but it's not that fast either. Let's see what's gonna happen. See, GJ made a 20 pip move in 10 minutes, while EU is still at the same place. It hasn't moved at all. This is why trading GBP is a lot better. It doesn't let you wait for that long. It gives you straight pips. This candle has no top wick, so it needs to go and make one. That would give us 10 pips, then another 10 maybe after it. Man, look at gold. I hope you guys didn't sell gold because what a move yesterday. Crazy. Looks so weird. Never seen price. 2K, wow. Beats, I was on vacation. I was on vacation. Guys, if you want to be more updated, just join the Telegram channel. The link is on description. Let's see, EU is starting to move. Good sign. Okay, very nice. Now let's turn bullish and off we go. Okay, very nice, very nice. Let's see how many pips we have. We have 7 pips, another 3, 4 pips. We get 10. First target, you can close some, then you can leave some run. Let's see, now it should make a new high, go above the previous candle. Boom, here we go. Okay, we have 10 pips, guys. If you want, you can secure some here at 10 pips and you can leave some runs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna secure half and I'm gonna move my stop at break even for the other half and leave it run to the next zone. Gonna put stop loss at break even for the remaining 50%. The reason I'm not closing 80% is because this still has potential to continue more. So I'm leaving more than 20-30%. I'm leaving 50% to run. 10 pips was easy. Now we need another 10 pips here because there's no much traffic on the left until this next zone, which is 20 pips away. Very nice. Starting straight with a win. Good trade, just like expected. Let's wait and see. Okay, so EU still needs to push up. Let's see if it's gonna make another drop or not. but still I believe it should continue up. Stop loss is at break even. Whatever it does, we're still going to be in profit. But it has to give us more because there's plenty of room to go to push. Now, what do we see on other pairs? Do we have any setup? GU can give us one. But GUI has the zone here, right? And if we would want to take a trade here, there are these candles that closed all the way above. Then we have these candles closing below. So this is in between, two zones in between. So when we want to take a trade here, gonna need to break all the way above this. And when it comes for a retest, chances of making a retest here and rejecting are there, but there are also chances of price coming deeper for that retest, then continue up. So it's a little bit tricky. And what I would do here is I would skip this setup because it's not the safest one. Aussie dollar did the same thing as Euro USD. NZD USD did the same thing. GJ left us without a trade here, but what can we do here? Might give us a chance on the next hour to take this setup here, this resistance, or if it does break becomes support. So why not? If it does close good above this, we have a very good range to fill to the next zone. So we can wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see. EU is pushing. So wait and see. EA looks like it could close below. I don't know. EA is very volatile. Just look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down 100 times a day. See, whenever you see this, it's not a good sign that this pair is good for trading. And even if I see a good close below this, I still wouldn't feel comfortable because there are a lot of zones in EA. See, if it does break this, we have another one just below that. And you can see how many candles got rejected from this. And I don't know if I would feel comfortable taking that. Then you have another zone here, a lot of candles rejecting this level, then you have another one here. So trading EA is very risky for, in my opinion, right now. Sometimes it can be pretty good, sometimes can be very bad. So I would skip EA for now until we start to have some good movements, not these kind of movements, weird movements. Look how many times it got rejected from the upside and then downside. It's pretty crazy. Let's see what happens with EU now. See it taking some time, maybe next 30 minutes it's gonna push. Yeah, EA is at weekly and daily resistance. EA can be very tricky, that's for sure. EU should move, but taking some time. EA can be your favorite pair for some days, and for some days can be the worst pair ever. Yeah, I have a lot of patience. The worst thing is that EU can come and take us out at break even for the runners, then move up again. That's the worst thing. Is this a trade over a few days? What do you mean? This is a day trade. Can be a minute trade. Can be a few hours trade. Who knows? We expect to move in less than an hour, but not every time does happen. So I have to wait and see. Yeah, it did hit my stop loss at break even. So we are done with EU. Stop loss hit at break even. I'm not on this trade anymore. We are done. Now we have to wait and see what happens. If we're gonna get another setup or not. Yeah, it's still a long setup here. It still can work during the day. I mean, you can still hold it, but if it does come lower entering, I wouldn't suggest that. Because, like I always say, the first retest is always the best one. After the first one, it's always risky. It can always cause problems after the first retest. Why do we go with the first retest? Because there's good momentum and we go with that momentum and we get a quick move. Doesn't let us wait for too long. Yeah, I can still continue up now. Let's see what we can find. See, UJ is it's not for trading right now. Looks like most of the USD pairs doing the same thing. Pairs that are with USD. Euro USD, NZD USD, Aussie dollar, all of them doing the same thing. And GJ might give us something, who knows. If we do get a break above, then a retest for a continuation, that would be perfect. but now it's not the same as here, you know, because already made a big move. I mean, it still can continue to the next zone, but it's not as safe as here because we had a good consolidation box, lots of rejections, and we knew what do I always say? After a break of a consolidation box, you always expect a big move. Always. That's what happens. It's like an explosion. Okay, we're gonna need at least 10 pip breakout. So it's gonna be around. It's gonna need to be around here. This candle to close around here, then make a retest. But closing like this, I wouldn't suggest. Gold is flying. Okay, so I'll be back. Just gonna eat something fast, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go for like I don't know how many minutes, but I have a short meeting. I hope you'll be here when I get back. It's not gonna be long. I think by the next candle and the next candle opens, I'll be here. So be a little bit patient. I'll be back. No worries. The stream is gonna run for another 2 hours maybe. So don't go anywhere because I'll be back again. Okay? So don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, I'm back. Very sorry for the delay. No, no, I was just about to go for 20 minutes. I ended up for 40 minutes. Man, people here are not correct at all. I was expecting a meeting at 10 and they were late for 30 minutes. I mean, I don't know why people do that, but other people have plans. They need to respect your plans. Now, let's wait and see. Oh my god, what happened to GJ? What is this move? What a big rejection this is. Looks like went all the way down to support. Let's see how it's gonna close. Maybe it's gonna close above and continue up. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But looks like we didn't have any break above. Oh, 4-hour retest. I don't think the 4-hour did close. Yeah, there was no close on the 4-hour. So it can be a 4-hour retest. What happened? Do we have any setups? Looks like EU dropped lower. GU dropped a lot too. Did we have any news or something? No, there's no news. Unexpected news? No. Well, looks like I don't know the reason why it dropped. If you guys see any setup, let me know. EJ, oh, looks like we missed EJ retest, but would be a bit risky because it got rejected from this resistance. Maybe a break below is gonna give us something, but we're gonna have to wait for a bit, see how it plays out. No, don't trade, don't trade gold. It's too risky. Gold is out of this world right now. Too risky to trade gold. The best would be to stay out of it because you have plenty of other setups, other pairs that you can trade. There's no need to trade gold. Gold is too risky. It can destroy your account in seconds. The moves are ridiculous right now and before. So be careful. EA break and retest. Okay, let's take a look. Like I said before, I don't trust EA. Look at the retest, it made deep retest. I'm not gonna take it because I don't trust it. Okay, Andres, yes, I finished my holidays. I'm back now. So we'll have to wait and see. Which account type do you use at Pepperstone? I use swap free account. I have a swap free account on Pepperstone. It is a good account. There was no swap if you hold the trade during the night. If you're on EA, I don't know what to say. I told you before I'm not gonna take it because there are too many zones in between. So it's a risky trade. Like I said before, look at the support on the left here. It's a rejection from support. See how it goes to the upside? You might get stopped now. I don't know for other accounts. I just know from my swap free account. Benji, what are you saying, man? Benji, what are you saying, man? Consolidating ALT ranging market box, find mid price, expansion, takes out highs and lows and trend. As for 4-hour direction, entry on the 15-minute. I don't know what you're saying. We don't trade like that. And we stay away from gold because gold is not for us right now. So the best is to stay away from gold. Let's wait and see. Do you guys see any setup? If you see any setups, let me know. For now, I don't see any for now. The EJ worked perfectly. Wow, what a retest. EU also pushing. What do we have? GA's rejecting. GCAD rejecting. GJ is rejecting. Euro NZD. Nothing yet. Wow. Looks like GBP pairs just made some deep retest and now still going up. You know, GJ might go all the way bullish from what it seems. Who knows? If it does go bullish, then we can have some serious push to the upside. My God, looks like it's gonna do it, turning bullish. But I'm not gonna trade GJ. I think it's too risky now because of this big pullback to the downside. I'm not gonna trust it that much. Plus, we are at resistance. That's the thing. We're at the resistance and we need to close above this resistance. Yeah, man, EJ was perfect. I missed it. If these people wouldn't be so late, maybe I would catch EJ. I would catch it. But for now, we still just have that EU trade. Gonna have to wait and see if we get another setup. Maybe in the next hour, who knows? Just gonna wait and see. Day is long. We still might able to catch something. How about GJ on the 4 hour? If it closes above in the next 4 minutes, seems like a regular break and retest. Well, The only thing is that we are at resistance. This is what's holding me back. But if we didn't have this resistance here, I would consider taking it. But only reason is this: we're still at this resistance, and you can see the rejection. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's a good zone here. EJ came back from resistance. Do you consider that? Yes, I said before. That was the only thing that would bother me on EJ, because it came from resistance. So it'll be a risky trade. Yeah, the second wave of coronavirus here is more than any other country in Europe. We have so many cases. The first wave was basically nothing, but second wave, it's crazy. It's way bigger than the first wave. That's why also gold is flying, one of the reasons. How much is the minimum deposit to open an account with Pepperstone? I think you can deposit anything from $10. I said before, I don't know what guys want from EA. There's no trade here. I said before, price is coming from support. And exactly that happened. Now price is making a fake out of this zone. So what we can do here is, maybe the safest way to do here is to wait for this candle to close. Once it closes, it has to make a retest to continue up. That's what can happen on EA. Since price couldn't stay below this, made a fake out here, but the reason was because price got rejected from support. Now this candle is pushing up, closing maybe above this. Next target can be this zone here, if it does a retest before pushing up. So we might try this, why not? Let's wait and see. Whoever took sells here didn't listen to me, because I exactly explained what can happen and why I'm not taking it. Now let's see if it's going to come for a retest before pushing up. How to use magic keys. If you want to see how to use magic keys, you have to go to Wix Don't Lie channel. You have a video exactly what to do, how to install it and everything. Yeah, coronavirus is getting worse. I was hoping it would be done until the end of the year, but it doesn't seem like it. Seems like it's gonna last for a long time now. It's almost a year. I mean, this year it's obviously it's gonna continue like this. Even the next year, who knows? I mean, some places are good from it. They're almost done with it, but on some other countries, I don't know if people didn't follow the rules or what happened. But the second wave is the worst than the first one. I just hope as soon as possible we get on a regular life. I don't have these problems. Okay, so EA is dropping. Let's see. It needs to come at least at 1.64330 or 300 would be the best. Okay, it's coming. Okay. See, EA is so volatile. EA is so volatile. I'm gonna wait for price to come 330, but Wow, it's moving too fast. It's moving so fast. Gonna clean the charts for a bit. Okay, looks like you missed the move. It's only 3 minutes. Only 3 minutes, it's moving like crazy. It needs to come lower. If it does come lower, here, we can use a smaller stop loss. So only 8 pips stop loss. Just below the previous candle. Hello, good to see you too. Yeah, I was on holidays. Let's see, EA needs to come a little lower. EJ, look, EJ's, I don't know. I mean, it did close a little above this, but I guess I'm gonna skip this. I would feel more comfortable on this trade maybe. But let's see. Not gonna take EJ. It's a break and retest, but I think it might come deeper for making that retest. You know, it can come for a retest. You can reject this, but you can also come deeper to make that retest. So this is 10 pip range, and it would require a bigger stop loss if it does come deeper. I mean, momentum is good. It still can continue. Let's take a look at E. Okay, EU. I was thinking, I was hoping that EU would close above this, a better close, because this is a weak close. But it's only a weak one. Even EJ, I mean, we only have like 5 pips or 4 pips close above. Can still be enough for continuation, but and we missed EA. But he moved too fast, didn't let me enter at all. GJ break and retest. Let's take a look. What did I say? We are at resistance, man. We are at resistance. We need to break above that. See, look at how many rejections we had at this level. We can't just ignore this. I mean, of course, there's chances of continuation here. This candle came all the way up and closed bullish, but still, I wouldn't be comfortable taking buys unless we break that. Okay, let's see EA. If it does come again, maybe you can enter. Don't try to force trades. There's plenty of time. Okay, EA is coming. Although I'm not going to feel very comfortable with EA, because I don't trust it lately, like I said before. But let's see. See if it comes lower, because still it's not enough. I trade, you know what I trade? I'm a scalp trader. 10, 20 pips. I aim for 20 pips most of the time, but it depends on the setup. It depends what you have left. Depends if you're gonna if you have traffic, uh, if there's a zone that's going to make you close that trade earlier than expected. There are a lot of reasons. Any advice on when to exit if price starts moving against you? Well, it depends on what stop loss you use. One of the reasons why I would close, for example, before going to my stop loss is if I have a 20 pip stop loss and price comes for a retest and it closes above that resistance, let's say 10 pips above your entry, that's when I can cut my losses short because there is a candle close and it's against my trade. Or that means it's going to be fake out, right? And on fake outs, what happens, you have an example right here. So if you had the entry here, let's say sells, price went all the way up and closed above. Let's say your stop loss was around here. Now price should come for a retest if it's a fake out, then continuation to the upside, which means you can either close here at 10 pips, let's say, or wait for price to come at break even so you can exit the trade. Two choices. But if you don't have any signs that price is going to go against you, then there's no need. Okay. EA, EA, EA. Okay, I'm going to take a buy on EA. I took a buy on EA and stop loss is going to be 8 pips. Or did someone said that there are news? Looks like we don't have any high impact news. Looks like there's no high impact news. So since I had a win before with EU, I'm not gonna risk my whole profits. Okay, let's be clear. You only risk some of your profits, not all of them, because you already had a win. If you don't have a win, then it's your choice. Okay, so let's see, we have 8 pip stop loss. If price comes all the way down here, then it's not valid anymore. So the reason why we took this, let's see, price closed above, closed back in the range. We are expecting this to be a retest and continuation to the upside. EA is very volatile, so I'm using low risk on this. The setup is very good. If it was on any other pair, I wouldn't be I would be very comfortable. But since it's EA, like I said before, can be very volatile. So we'll use lower risk here. Let's wait and see. This bullish candle closed back in the range. A retest, and we should have continuation. First target is this next resistance. Let's wait and see. This is not a downtrend on EA. Why would you say it's a downtrend? Did you look at the daily? Yeah, it's not a downtrend. The opposite. EA is very bullish. Look at the previous daily candles. But just like I said, guys, there are a lot of zones on EA. It's very volatile lately. Like I said, just look at left and you can see how many rejections in between these two zones. That's just not a regular move. And now after this fake out, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We need to have a rejection now at least. See if it's gonna continue or not. We need a sign. Also, price got rejected from support here, which makes this maybe a little better setup. You are still buying lower lows, lower highs on your trading time frame, though wouldn't it be wiser to wait for a structure to shift? I don't know what that means. I wait for breakouts, I enter on the retest, I follow the momentum. That's all. Breakouts are my confirmations. Have to wait and see. If we fill this range, we have a 23 pips target here, 20 pips, 25 pips range to fill. But the risk reward is pretty good. We have 8 pips stop loss, so 10-15 pips would be good as a first target, because we have plenty of candles rejecting here, and it's not a